I'll start with the motion yesterday and what you said, kind of building off that a little bit. What do you think, just truthfully, what do you think the Election Commission has accomplished or has done in the time since it's been enacted, if anything? Has it even done anything it was intentionally supposed to do or originally supposed to do?
No, not in my opinion. It's a sham completely. There's nothing they have done that's been positive in our form of government. It's just a sham.
What do you think the biggest thing is there? Because there's a couple variables, right? Like the money, the distractions, the conflict. What would you pinpoint as the biggest issue you have with the Election Commission?
They're trying to create a problem that doesn't exist. Like you saw yesterday when they brought a presentation to us with no presentation. When Roneen was asked, who's I believe the chairwoman of the commission, she was dumbfounded. She said, "Nobody asked me to present." So if nobody asked her to present, and she's the chairwoman, something's amiss. So with no presentation, but you bring an item forward, I don't know. What's it all about? It's certainly not about trying to get positive work done.
Do you believe, and this is obviously speaking of hypothetical, obviously you're going to finish out your term here through the end of the year.
Yep.
There's going to be some sort of changing of the guard in supervisors. Do you believe that next year, potentially whoever takes seat might disband this? I mean, this is a very rare thing anyway in election commission. Do you believe that in the future there is movement?
I do believe the first opportunity that arises that commission will be disbanded, and you'll have to have the votes on the supervisors to get there. So yes, it could change next year.
Now the catch with all this, of course, is because now it has been voted down, and we'll see, of course, what happens with the supervisor cry recall. But even if he was recalled, you'd still have a split on the vote realistically between this type of topic.
2-2 vote, and it will not pass.
Exactly.
So it stays.
So with that in mind, you're going to have to appoint a replacement, right?
No,
for Don?
I don't have to appoint a replacement. Okay. And at this moment in time, I'm not planning on appointing a replacement at this point in time. That might change in the future. But one of my problems is, why do I want to appoint somebody that's going to go onto a commission where they're going to be asked to take part in breaking the law? I can't do that to anybody. It's not fair to that person. Dawn tried. She gave it a great effort, and I appreciate her efforts on that commission. But unfortunately, that commission is created, like we were just talking about, not to actually do any good work. They are created to try to tear down our elections office.
And then speaking of the elections, while I have you, we're a week, 8 days past election day. I saw you there on election night. I would like you to speak about the elections office as it currently exists. Obviously, Kathy's still in charge, but it has been Joanna's show, and how things have gone in the past, the weeks leading up, and then since the election night. It's your chance to speak about Joanna and the elections office. How do you feel?
Do we have a couple of hours so I can talk about that? No. The elections office, there's not a harder working group of people in this county. If you've been over there watching them at all, and I know you were because I saw you over there, Sam, what they do is they go above and beyond to make sure everything is checked and checked correctly. Like I mentioned yesterday during one of the points during the meeting, they check every signature that comes in. So you may have a ballot box that's been tampered with, but it doesn't mean those votes count. Right? There's checks and balances in place. That office makes sure those checks and balances are correct. Our votes here are 100% accurate. So the effort they put in is amazing. I love what they do. As far as Joanna goes, I hope that she becomes the next registrar of voters when Kathy retires. She is very talented. She's very outgoing. She's willing to talk to all of us. And the job that she's doing is amazing under the circumstances of the political climate we have, as well as the election commission. And she is still rising above all of that. She is a superstar in the making. I think you're seeing a seismic shift right now. It's not going to all happen at once, but you look at some of the candidates that were funded by the ensemble backing. They did not do very well this election cycle. So I think the public is starting to say enough is enough of the craziness. We want to get back to normal governance.